Hello, my friends. We're back. We're not too far behind, but we're still going to do a double feature. So, we're going to do back-to-back episodes. I think this is what, 21 and 22? Slide that over a little bit. 21, 22, right?
I think so.
We're in chapter 5. I think we're in chapter 5. We're talking about Nikki and Sandy. Kind of mix these two together because they kind of run into each other. Still talking about them a little bit. I even wrote a poem dedicated to Nikki. Because like I said, when I give her the kiss, she felt it. She really felt the kiss. And even though a relationship never materialized between her and I mean, she was only 17 at the time, and I was in my 20s, and she didn't want me to wait 2 years on a relationship that might not even work out. So we stopped writing. We wrote a few letters, but it is what it was. It was. Like I said, it was one of the best New Year's Eves I've ever had up to that point. And it was nice, and I kind of thought about it, and I was kind of awestruck, So I wrote a poem about her, and it was a nice poem. It was a cute little poem. That poem is called "Passion for Love." That's the name of this poem, Passion for Love. Like I said, this poem is written in honor of her. She really wanted a decent relationship. I don't whatever materialized there. I've lost contact since she stopped writing letters. We didn't have the internet the way we have now. I don't have her on Facebook. I don't have her as a friends, or I have no idea what happened to her. So I don't know if she's still around, or if she's found something, or if she's still struggling to find love herself, or what, I don't know. But anyway, I still remember her and the time, that weekend we spent together, and I wrote this poem about her. A longing inside deep. Everyone has it, don't you think? So far away you can't sleep. Your castle begins to sink. There's something out there, I feel it. It is dark here, it is cold. My heart weeps, can you see it? I have love here, tenfold. I hurt, I cry, I shout. Why? Why me so weary? I fight, I try to break out. A writing so elegant. Please, let's find love again. Somehow it's been lost. Let love and joy reign. Let hate leave, love to host. I love, I care, I need. Please, let's find love. Let's plant a beautiful seed. For a short while, enjoy the dove. The feeling inside can be mutual. Stop fighting, stop hurting. Stop feeling can be mutual. The feeling can be unusual. Start loving, start caring. You might find love is better. You might create a loving memory. Love can be a joy forever and ever. Love can be your fondest fantasy. Love can be found. It takes time, you see. Love is out there, just waiting for you. Search, seek, and just believe. Find love. Don't let it leave. That's one of my better poems because there's a lot of emotion put into a poem. A lot of feeling, not just emotion, but feeling put into the poem. And I think it's a deserving ode to somebody at the, it was special at that moment in time. It's a special place in my memories, in my past. So, hope it's well received. Now, this next poem, we're fixing to get a little wild here. I've said before, throughout my escapade here, my ventures, that my mind seems to take sometimes wild, fanatical trips. This next poem is one of those wild, fanatical trips. Dream World. All I was doing is, like I do many times, I was taking a cat nap. I had my headsets on. And I listened to listening to music. We had cassettes at the time. We didn't have CDs yet, so I was listening to cassette player. I had one of my favorite cassettes, and I had a lot of upbeat music on it. And I was just sitting there listening to it, and my mind just took off, went on a wild trip. And the more I listened to this one particular song, the more wild and fanatical the chaotic world that was being created came into focus. So I didn't want to it to end. I wanted to keep adding to it. So when it got to the end of the song, I rewind it, and then I play it again. And then I rewind it, and then I'd play it again. And the song I just kept playing, I just kept looping the song. Just kept looping it
That's
over.
what I do to some songs I like.
You like to do the same? You have to loop them over? That's what I did here. And when I finally wore my brain out, my mind finally got exhausted from this entourage of scenes that were going through my head. I finally stopped the music, and as to not lose the thought process, I got up immediately, grabbed a pen and paper, and I wrote down what was going through my head at this particular time. Now I would let my family read it, some of my friends read it. Were you on drugs or something? Were you high? Were you drunk? No, I've never drank. I've never smoked. I've never done drugs of any sort. Never had the want to do so. This was all natural. Bullshit. When they read it, it was like, oh, bullshit. Now, this was natural. You was on something. I said, no, I wouldn't. I even had one Uncle Chuck, who said, if I could spend 5 minutes in your head, it would be worth the price of admission. That's what he told me. Anyway, and it just so happens it was on a Friday the 13th. I had a really great day. Nothing made me mad. I wasn't upset about anything. Everything went perfectly. Friday the 13th was a bad luck day. It's a horrible day. Not for me, it wasn't. That Friday the 13th was like no other day. I was happy, lucky. I was having a grand day. It was a perfect day. And this poem reflects how perfect my day was that day. Of course, that was soon after Nikki. I was still coming down on an inspirational high, I guess you could say, from her. Even though we never actually hooked up, it was still, it was still a good feeling that I got from it. So, and this is the poem that originated from that emotional high. Dream World. Lay back, relax, and completely unwind. We're fixing to take a trip through your mind. Closing your eyes as you drift into sleep. It suddenly happens without warning, and into the dream world we go. We are in space on a yellow road, moving swiftly through the atmosphere. The planets and stars whiz by you at warp speed. It's quite hot. Hold on, let me start over. I lost my place there for a second. First time I've done that in a while. I think that's the first time I've done that, period. All right, we're going to try this again. I lost my spot there. All right, Dream World. Bear with me. Take two. Lay back, relax, and completely unwind. We're fixing to take a trip through your mind. Closing your eyes as you drift into sleep, it suddenly happens without warning, and in the dream world we go. We are in space on a yellow road, moving swiftly through the atmosphere. The planets and stars whiz by you, or whiz by us at warp speed, as we approach the sun and pass it by. It's quite hot, wouldn't you agree? We stop suddenly and start falling. We fall through the ozone of Earth and come to rest on a cumulus cloud. It's so soft, and we start dancing on it. A DC-10 passes by, and we wave enthusiastically. What's that strange noise ringing? Oh, you set your alarm, didn't you? Here, just throw that thing out the window. Then watch it roll rings and fly away. Let it be up to us to decide when it ends. A cat perches on the windowsill and transforms into a beautiful maiden. She crawls up to you provocatively. She will share her warmth with you. Now you trip somehow and we're falling. Don't worry, friend. Just look up. The scene is something similar to a laser light show. The hole we fell through gets further away. The bottom, however, isn't solid ground as we land in an ocean of water. Hey, where are you going off to? Back to the real world? Well, okay then. Don't stay gone for too long now, for I, your dream, will be waiting here, waiting for you to rejoin the fun. So, dream you later, and come back soon. What do you think of that, Jay?
It sounds weird to me.
It sounds weird to me. Yeah, I told you it was. I told you it was a wild trip. That's actually a dream I had. I mean, I was listening to music, and I drifted off, listening to the song, and that dream, that this scene just began to unfold. Then when the music stopped, I was like, I woke up suddenly. And then I rewound the tape and listened to the song again and to back off to sleep. And that was the result of it. Now, the World of Dreams is just a carryover. Because this is a short poem, it's not very long. World of Dreams is just a carryover from the dream world. Realize that creating these alternate worlds isn't an answer to solving your problems. However, they just put them on the back burner. So what I'm reading here is World of Dreams is bringing into focus a more perspective look at an imaginative mind. The feelings, the emotions that create the worlds of amazement for readers to enjoy. The poem also sends out a subliminal message that everyone has creative mind. You just need to realize that creating these alternate worlds isn't an answer to solving your problems. You have to solve your problems realistically by using poetry or artistic measures like painting, music. People that have the technological advances to create alternate game, like gaming. Resident Evil, Minecraft, stuff like that. Movies, another example. Actors, writers. These are all temporal temporal fixes, but they don't really solve the overall problem that you're going through. They help. They help you in more ways than you can imagine. When an artist creates something, it relaxes his mind or her mind. When they write something, it relaxes her mind. It brings the mind back down to thought and process. That way, you can look at your issue in a more calm and collective manner. And in doing so, you can face your problems in a more subtle way. Instead of having to face it with anger and frustration and irritation, you can now face it with a brighter outlook that, hey, I've had time to think now, so I've had the time to put this together and solve this puzzle, so maybe I can figure this thing out and go forward. And that's what artists do. It's not just a way to escape, so to speak. It's also a way to help bring your mind back down to earth, to a more calm, collective demeanor, and bring it back into bring it back to the process of creating a thought process to resolve an issue. And that's for the most part what my poems did for me. The poems bring things back down to the level where I can have time to think. I can relax my mind a little bit. I can calm myself, and I can resolve issues. Like I said, World of Dreams is basically a carryover from Dream World, but it's short, only 2 stanzas. That's not bad. But here it is. This is the World of Dreams. It's a world of wonder, a world of amazement. It's very calm and wild, sad and happy, or love and anger. A world anyone can visit. No more than what you read, no more than what you're told. Create a world just for you, a world that you control, your own world, the world of dreams. Basically what it's saying there is create a world that you understand and that helps you create thought processes to resolve your issues in real life. Because by doing so, it does help. It really does. If you create a world that you understand, you can settle your mind down, and you can put things in more perspective. And then allow your mind just to go on a wild rant and rage and create a world of chaos that doesn't resolve nothing. You want to create a world of wonder where you spend time thinking about it. And it has an ending, it has a middle, and it has a solution. It has an ending. That way when you come back to reality, you're like, oh, that made sense. My mind's calm now, and I can actually think about what I need to do. Maybe if I try this or I try that, it might work. And believe it or not, over half the time it does. And if it don't, you try again. And you keep trying until it does work. But sending your mind to a rage is not going to solve nothing. You got to relax and settle your mind. You got to find something that you're good at doing and concentrate on that for a few minutes where your mind is on a rampage. That way your mind has time to settle itself down. And when you settle your mind down, then you can get back to solving your issue. And like I said, I really wish this thing with Nikki would have worked out because I'm still hungover, so to speak. So I created a poem called The Romantic Setting. Everyone has them. You walks on the beach, sitting by the campfire, telling stories, candlelit dinners, laying down in a bed of roses, while you're on top of the vehicle looking up, or you got the blanket on top of the vehicle and looking up and watching the stars together on a blanket. This one is a romantic setting where you're lying in bed together, you're holding each other, cuddling, and it's raining outside. For me, having a loved one wrapped up in your arms while listening to the rain hitting the roof and all cozied up under the blanket, that's a perfect setting to me. Especially when you add thunder and lightning to it. And every time you hear the thunder or the lightning, she squeezes into you a little bit tighter, a little bit cozier. She kind of snuggles up in there. And you're like, yeah, this is mine. So, this is romantic setting. As you sit up in your comfortable bed, the room temperature about lukewarm, you feel really warm inside as you look out the window through the rain. The claps of thunder from above, the pelting raindrops on the roof. Look down by your side, a smile on your face spreads wide. For your love, sleeping peacefully, is keeping you warm. You lie back down, wrapping your love into your arms, feeling at ease inside. You kiss her on the forehead as you close your eyes. Think about it now, Jacob.
I like it.
Are you even involved today? He's not involved today. He said, I gotta watch that phone. I watch that phone.
I'm half asleep.
Phone. I'm half asleep. Phone. No, I'm half asleep, but phone.
I was up phone. God bless us, my friends. I was killing monsters with my friends.
You was killing monsters with your friends?
Yes. And soloing a few of them.
Yeah, you hear what he said? He was killing monsters with his friends.
On a video game, not in real life. Real life would be kind of interesting, though.
I'm here by myself today. He's copying his phone over here.
I'm here.
Halfway. No, you're not. You're off in the ozone layer somewhere. In his own world. Trying to wake his mind up. See? Told you. That's thought process.
You're a dork.
Yeah, I'm a dork. But it's the truth. It verifies what I was just saying. Verifies it.
I can zone out anything. Literally.
Now, love search is it's simply a stressing of desire. One day, find true love and search. And I will not give up on it, of course. I'm gonna keep searching. Because at this point, I'm still trying to find something that it's just, these guys find loves and they're there together 20, 30, 40, 50 years. How is that possible? Mine lasts no more than 3 to 6 months to maybe 2 years. And I don't know. I don't know what it was about me. Maybe about temper. I do get a bad temper, but that's really irrelevant, though. A lot of people can overlook the temper. I mean, hey, here's the thing about the temperament, though, the anger management stuff, though. Instead of starting a fight with somebody, picking a fight with somebody that's got anger issues, don't.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It really ain't. You know someone that's got anger issues and he's trying to control them or she's trying to control them, you don't sit there and pick at them and start fights with them. And that comes up on the down the
Someone did
line.
that a lot.
So on down the line here, there's a
We're gonna learn
prime,
about them later.
you'll hear about that later. But it's a prime example of what you don't do to somebody. You don't pick at someone who's got an
Emotionally unstable.
emotionally unstable. And that's what I was. I was emotionally unstable. And you don't pick at people like that. You don't sit there and pick fights with them. You try to understand what they're going through and try to be their peace. You try to be their outlet of peace and calm.
You don't be their hell.
You don't be their hell. You don't be their reason to explode and tear shit up and go on a rampage, and hit things and tear things up. You don't be the reason for that. You be the reason that they settle down. And all these people other than Nikki, all of them that I was surrounded with, and either the person I was with or the person that was involved with us in the relationship, they preyed on it, and it's what destroyed a lot of them. You don't prey on someone that has anger issues. You don't. You don't push them away from you. You don't fight with them. You don't start fights with them. You don't see how far you can push. You don't see what you can see. You don't see what they can take and what they can't take. It's just wrong. But it makes them worse. It makes them even more angrier. Just ask my son here. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It happens, though.
It happens, though. It's not a whole lot you can do about it. Because you're going to meet people like that. And eventually you grow tired of being around people. You grow tired of associating with people. You grow tired of being in an environment full of people. And you become anxious to get out of the group. Like for me, if I go to the mall or something, if I go to a crowded theater, to the grocery store, ask anybody that knows me. Ask Jacob over here. Now, being a few minutes in, it's not that bad. When it gets around 15, 20, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I'm getting a little antsy. I need to get out of there. I just feel the need to get out and get away from it. It just it gives me anxiety issues. I have to get out of this. I have to get out of the situation. I don't like being in crowded spaces. I guess you can say I'm sort of claustrophobic in that area, in tight areas, because it feels like I'm being squeezed in.
It's uncomfortable.
Like me and my present wife, who is adorable in her own right. She's a beautiful woman.
Pain in the ass sometimes. But
pain in the ass sometimes. She's still a beautiful woman. She's still adorable.
We're all pain in the ass sometimes.
She can be sweet when she wants to be, but when she holds me, she wants to put her arm across my chest, and I move her arm down toward my abdomen, because I feel like when her arm is across my chest like that, I feel like I'm being held down. And she likes to tuck the blanket under me sometimes, and I don't like that. I feel like I'm being restrained. I don't like being restrained. I don't like feeling held down.
She's trapping you in her arms so she can hold you forever.
Yeah.
She doesn't want you to leave.
Yeah.
She loves you.
I know. Let me be the one doing the holding. I'll tuck you in here and I'll pull you in close. I'll pull you in tight. But just right here, I just feel like I'm being held down. I can't breathe. It's really true. It's a true story. That's a fact. If I feel like I'm being restrained or if I'm being claustrophobic, I begin to have anxiety attacks because I begin to have trouble breathing. I'm like
he can breathe perfectly fine.
I can breathe.
My body's freaking out.
My body's freaking out. I can't get out of the situation, and that's because of the way I've been done in the past. And it was you gotta let the past go.
It's
Like I
hard
said,
sometimes.
the past sometimes leaves scars. And those scars don't go away
Not
by
easily.
themselves. They don't go away. Sometimes they never go away.
Sometimes you have to literally
Sometimes
pry them off of somewhere.
You have to pry them. You have to pry them off of you. You have to try to forget them, push them out of the way. And sometimes you just have to live with them. So, that's me. But here's Love Search. You know, simply looking for love. Nothing special, nothing unique about it. Just me. I got that touch of love, and I want more of it because it felt good. It felt nice to be for someone to want you that much, to want to be with you that bad, but couldn't. So, Love Search. Searching for something that cannot be found. Looking for a dream that remains a fantasy. Wanting but a longing that seems to have no end. I will not, however, give up, if I know it's out there somewhere. I just have to be patient till the day that I find it. Love Search. Short, simple, and to the point. And we'll end this segment with that.
I'll do some vacuuming here in a second.
And we're going to do one more episode. Then I want to upload both videos while Turkey Butt over here does some house cleaning. I've done mine already. It's time for him to do his.
I'm going to vacuum this
Or
the
he's
kitchen
gonna-
and in my room, and then we'll pee.
Yeah, or he's going to face the wrath of Mommy, his stepmommy.
The mini Godzilla.
She may be just around 5. She may be right at 5 feet tall.
But she's a mini Godzilla.
Yeah, she's Godzilla. She breathes fire, and she's a mini King Kong. She'll pound on his ass. And she does. And sometimes I think it's funny. Because he asked for it.
I think it's funny too. I think it's funny too.
Yeah.
Also, you could have phrased that a little bit better. Pounding on my ass sounds a little weird.
Like one day I was coming out of the movie, theater. And
Oh yeah, popcorn.
and he just had a big old bucket of popcorn and a soda. And he was coming out of the theater, and she wanted to go with McDonald's because she wanted a cappuccino. She was thirsty. Wanted a little caffeine fix. We pulled in there and said, Jacob says, can I have some fries for this? I mean, I'd like to have some fries. And she said, you just had a big bucket of popcorn. You did a big old cup of soda. You
Cappuccino.
cup of ching.
I'm like, what?
And he was looking at his face, was like,
The hell you just called me?
huh? What'd you just call me? I
Fatso.
called you a top of ching ching. Yeah, that's what I mean. That they translated, it's fatso. So she called him a fatso.
And then Dad died of laughter.
I died of laughter. We all died of laughter. And that became his nickname for a few weeks. Hey, top of ching ching, come here. Okay. He called me. He knew his nickname. Hey, people at work call him Top of Ching Ching. They call me Mr. M&M. I'll explain that in a little bit later on. But they called him Top of Ching Ching. He knew his nickname. He was proud of it. But anyway, we'll be back in a little bit. And we'll do the next episode, and then we'll get them uploaded. That way you can enjoy them. Till then, take care.